What's going on, world? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Just wanted to come in here and record this quick video. No excuses because I'm holding myself accountable. I'm building my AI agency. I believe that there is going to be a shift in the workspace and in the world, especially as it concerns artificial intelligence and the workspace. And if we don't position ourselves the right way, we are going to be left behind. And I have my daughter that sits right behind me. You guys can see her. She's six, and my littlest daughter that's here. She's supposed to be sleeping while I was supposed to record this video, but no excuses. No excuses. So today is day one. Later tonight, I'm going to be doing 2 videos a day, telling you guys about the process, the progress, where I'm at, where I'm going with it, how it's going, and I'm really excited about that. Because when I first became an entrepreneur, it was only because my wife was pregnant with my son. Yes, she's probably going to throw up. She's not feeling well. My wife was pregnant with that son, and I remember, I'll never forget it, coming home that day and her showing me the pregnancy test. It was like, I don't know if anyone has seen the Jimmy Neutron show. I'm probably telling my age right now, but anyone has ever watched the Jimmy Neutron show, how Jimmy Neutron has like a brain black. Well, in that moment that she handed me the pregnancy test, I had a brain black. My life kind of like flashed right before me. It was almost as if like everything that I knew was being challenged in that moment. I figured, yeah, if I'm going to have a son, I'm going to have to raise him. I'm going to have to make sure he has diapers, and if, we need to go on a doctor's appointment, I can't try to ask a day off, and all these things that started bombarding my mind. And the thing about it is, the crazy thing, it was in a flash of that week I took off from work and decided to start my first business, and that was a tax office. Now, mind you, the type of work that I was doing after I graduated high school, I went to college to study religion and philosophy, but I realized a lot of my peers were graduating and working at Shake and Shake, McDonald's, Burger King, all these different places, and I didn't want this for myself, and so I dropped out of college and I went to trade school, and I learned HVAC technician. One of the best decisions that I made in my life. I made a lot of money. That's the reason why I was able to get married. It's the first thing. And, but I wanted more for my life, and so that day when my wife said she was pregnant, I took a week off from work. I learned how to start a tax company. I learned how to file taxes. I will always love numbers. Men lie, women lie, but numbers can't. And I always love numbers. And so I decided I'm going to start a tax business. First year of doing taxes, I only made $12. That was because I didn't account for the fact that trying to get an office, trying to get all these different softwares, get a phone line, doing all these things would put me more at a deficit than anything. The best experience I ever had, because since then I operate on a lean, very lean mentality. Only get the necessities, what's important. And so from there, someone put me on their top 25, if anyone on here knows what a top 25 is. Because the life insurance agent went to the house, tried to settle life insurance, and said, hey, who do you know who's ambitious, who's business-minded, and would like an opportunity? At the time, I was looking for my 215 license. I was looking to see how I could stretch my income. And I said, well, what can I do professionally? At the time, we didn't have ChatGPT, so we didn't have a way to quickly research it. So I quickly learned that if you add a 215 license, which is a life and health license, additional income by soliciting and selling life insurance and health insurance. And I did just that. I got my license. Best decision I made in my life. Best decision I made in my life. Going through the journey of learning about the life insurance industry really changed the game for me. It really did, because that is where I learned about sales, negotiation, human nature, and everything else, and money. And pandemic quickly came around, and then I had to switch and pivot all over again. I had to pivot, and I went back to my roots. But this time, I started a handyman company. See, at the time when I was working for a property management company, it wasn't the right time for me to start a handyman company. There was a lot more I had to learn. I think if I started a handyman company at that time, I would have completely crashed and burned. But because the tax industry was such a low barrier of entry, it allowed me to make business mistakes without having to, because there aren't too many variables involved. You just got to send a person tax out. If you make a mistake, you can just amend the tax. But imagine if I were going to people's homes and making mistakes. That's so much of a liability. So I thank God for the journey that I had. And so fast forward, pandemic came around, the markets in the U.S. changed. So there was a shift, and the way I sold life insurance, I sat in people's homes and at their kitchen table and presented to them an opportunity to protect their legacy, to protect their loved ones. I wholeheartedly believe in life insurance. I think it's very important. I don't sell life insurance anymore, so I'm not trying to sell anyone. Um, I let my license go, but I spend about $600-700 a month on life insurance because I know the power of life insurance. And no, thank you, lady. Thank you so much. And from there, I decided to start a handyman company. I had the skills, I had the tools, I had the wherewithal, the knowledge. First time ever here in the city. But I knew I accounted all of that through the business acumen that I learned from the life insurance industry. And it was a blessing. And as of this year, I started my course called the AC Handyman Blueprint, where I teach newly licensed HVAC technicians how to make money by starting their own handyman company. Because a lot of HVAC technicians, the reasons why they can't make money on their own because they're only looking for AC jobs. But thanks be to God that I was able to start in the property management arena, because a lot of property management companies, they hire you because you have the AC license, just so that when the summer comes around, they don't have to call an AC company. But the only time you only work on ACs is during the summer, right? And so you're doing everything else: carpentry, drywall, electrical, plumbing, um, carpentry, you name it. Like, you're doing everything, painting, everything outside of AC. And so that's where I learned my skills around the home. Anything that breaks in my home, anything that happens, I fix it myself. Although my net worth is going to get to a point where it won't make sense for me to do that. But as of right now, with 4 kids, married, in ministries, businesses, look, I take care of everything in my home. And, you know, and that's what I help HVAC technicians understand, is that they can make money by starting their own handyman company. Mounting a TV takes about 45 minutes. You can make $150 in 45 minutes. Replacing a faucet for $80, replacing a faucet only takes 30 minutes. And so the earning potential is far greater when you're working as an entrepreneur, but you have to know what you don't know. And that's the beginning of knowing. And that's where I come in. And so I'm starting my AAI agency to help blue collar tradesmen, whether you're AC technician, plumber, carpenter, um, electrician. There's some things that I have learned along the journey, and now implementing AI that I believe I can help them with. Um, Here to help tax preparers on how to streamline communication with their clients, how to get clients, how to do taxes for people all over the 50 states. Like, my tax clients, they don't come from just my the city that I live in. I am able to help clients all over the 50 State and teach you that as well. And then with life insurance, showing you how you can expand your book of business and doing the same thing as well. You can sell policies to anyone all over the 50 states. How to build your team, how to recruit, the proper language, the mindset, how to recruit flag carriers, how to get people sold out about your organization and your team, how to create synergy, all while using AI as well. And so this is just an introduction video, and I'm excited for the journey, what's to come, and the people, the new community that I have, and what we're going to build. I can't wait to be able to help and service so many of you so that you can reach your fullest potential. With that being said, I'll see you guys on the other side. Stay encouraged, be blessed, and remember, AI isn't here to steal your job. It's here to make your job 10 times easier. Peace.